I'm Miles Skinner, a PhD student in the University of Alberta in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and I study advanced composite materials used in energy storage. And I'm here to answer more questions, more fantastic questions given to us from students in Alberta. So the next question is, how many kinds of sustainable energy are there? This is another really good question. It's hard to answer these questions. These are complicated questions. This one is, it's hard to answer because no one really has a good answer. Because, well, when we talk about sustainable energy generation, or sustainable energy, or sustainable anything, really, what we mean is, how can we do that thing forever? So when we talk about sustainable fishing, what we mean is, how do we fish in a way that doesn't negatively impact, it doesn't reduce the number of fish in the ocean so that we can constantly get that number of fish forever. So if we look at a school of fish, we might say, well, this school of fish can produce 1,000 baby fish a year, so we need to make sure we take less than 1,000 baby fish, or less than 1,000 fish from the school every year to make sure that that school doesn't get smaller. If you took more than 1,000, then eventually that school of fish would go away. It would no longer exist. When we talk about sustainable energy generation, we ask, how can we produce energy in a way that doesn't negatively impact the environment, so it doesn't damage the environment, and we can do it forever? So when we look at oil and natural gas, we know that there's a limited amount of oil on the planet. And we know that no matter how much oil or how little oil we use, eventually we will run out of oil because there's only so much and it will go away eventually. And there's no way to get more. So any amount of oil consumption is unsustainable by definition. Same thing with natural gas. We know there's a limited amount of natural gas. We know it's hard to get more, it's impossible to get more. And so using that, and we know it damages the environment, both oil and natural gas damage the environment. And so using these to generate power, generate energy is unsustainable. So that's why we look to things like solar power. As long as the sun exists and the sun is sending out light, we can put out solar panels and collect that sunlight and generate power. And as long as the sun's there, we have solar power. So that is considered sustainable. Wind power is the same. As long as there is air on Earth, then there will be wind, and using that wind, we can generate power. So wind power, solar power are considered sustainable. If we ever don't have the sun or don't have air, then we have bigger things to worry about than how much power we have. So those things are sustainable. And the number of sustainable technologies, or the types of sustainable energy generation, changes based on who you ask and what you mean by sustainable, what you mean by renewable. So a great example is nuclear power. Nuclear power is non-renewable. There is only a finite amount of nuclear material. So usually this is uranium that is used to generate electricity or energy. And there's only so much on Earth, and there's no way to get more. And the amount that we have is constantly going down. So it's non-renewable, but some people do consider it sustainable because based on the amount that we have and based on how that material or that nuclear material is used in reactors, we know that it will last for billions of years. So not forever, but as long as we will ever need it. So it is considered sustainable by some people, but then others say, well, yes, it is sustainable, it will last forever, almost forever, but it has negative impacts on the environment. it's dangerous to be around. It can cause something called radiation poisoning. It can make you really sick to be near, and it can actually kill you to be too close to it. So some people say, well, we do have lots of this nuclear material and it will last for a long time. It's not sustainable because as we use it, it produces this dangerous waste product that it's dangerous to be around, it's harmful, it's bad for the environment, it can kill animals and plants, and so for those reasons, it's not sustainable. This is a similar argument or a similar thing that people say about oil and natural gas and coal power. It's that it produces this waste product which is damaging to the environment. And for oil, natural gas, coal, that waste product is carbon dioxide, and it fills the atmosphere. It causes global climate change, and so that's why not sustainable. So they make the same thing about nuclear power, but it depends on who you ask. So big ones, I can give you the big ones at least. So solar power, wind power, hydropower. Hydropower is water power in streams and rivers and reservoirs. So from dams, hydro means water. So those are three big ones. You can also have tidal power. Tidal is also generated by water. It's power generated by water or moving water, but this time in the ocean. So using the tides in the ocean. So you can have tidal power. Let's see, what are some other good ones? Geothermal is a really promising energy source. Alberta actually has some pretty good geothermal potential. We know Iceland is actually completely powered by geothermal. So geothermal is a great renewable source. As long as the planet is hot, then we have power to geothermal. Biomass is another good one. So far we're up to 6, I guess. So biomass is energy generated from burning plants. Plants, we know we can just grow more plants, and we do grow lots of plants, and we can use plant material, burn that, and generate power, and it's very sustainable, and it's renewable. We can get more plants, and as the plants grow, they pull carbon out of the atmosphere, so sustainable and renewable. So biomass, we're up to 6. Let's see, like I said, some people say nuclear, some don't, so maybe 7. Let's see, what's another good one? I think those are the big ones. I might have missed some. If I missed some, or I missed one that you really care about, go ahead and we can all learn something more together. So I hope I answered your question. I don't think I gave a very satisfactory answer. At least 6, could be 7, could be more. Depends on who you ask and how you think about what sustainability means and what renewable means. So this is a topic of ongoing discussion in academia, in research, and in universities, and in society as a whole. So thanks for your great question, and stay curious.
Thank you so much for watching Future Energy Systems Ask an Expert series. If you have your own question, submit it on our website. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our exciting content. Check out the links below to our website and learning page, where you can find activities, learning extension, and more. You can also sign up on the website for notifications for future videos and interactive opportunities. There's so much to learn as we explore our energy future.